People of the verse, hello and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and in today's video we are not going to eradicate anyone. We are going to try some of the new missions that is being brought to us in Star Citizen of 3.10, and we are going to do some delivery missions. And for the purpose of this video I decided to use first a freelancer. Why not? Because I haven't used this ship and I want to try as many ships as possible during this PTU phase, because as you know there is a new flight model which is really dramatically changing the way that we are flying our ships around the verse, and so flying various ships is going to help me also getting a little bit more familiar with what is going on around the verse and share with you those. But first let's show the trade app here, and you can see it's very easy. It's in the Moby Glass. There's that icon here right in the middle. And all you have to do is to search for people to send money to. So here I'm going to try to give money to Dragon Ghost, who gave me 5,000 Alpha UEC, and he asked me to give him his money back. So let's try to find him. There you go, Dragon Ghost Lord J. So let's give him over there his 5,000 Alpha UEC back. So I'm tapping the amount here. I have a little tax here of 25 Alpha UEC. There you go, transaction successful. Do you want to make another transfer? No. And that was as simple as that. I'm doing this because quite a lot of you guys have been asking to see how the new trade app looks like. And as you can see, it's very straightforward, very easy to use, and anyone can basically use it. So next, how about those missions here? You can see that we don't have those interplanetary missions that we used to have in the past. I cannot see any missions that takes me from Crusader to for example, R-Corp or Hurston. They're not there anymore, which I think is a shame, because these missions used to pay quite a lot. I hope that they will be back. I hope that there is a way to unlock them, but I am not very optimistic so far. There's still a security post. It's very tempting to take a security post carry, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do that another day here. By the way, I want to make another video in the future where we'll be doing those FPS missions with only the electron guns, but that's another topic for another day. So what are we gonna do here? Well, we'll first try to see if there's anything else that's interesting here. No. So let's do delivery missions. They do tell us how much they are worth. All of these so far are worth 4,000 Alpha UEC. And it seems like there are two different types of missions. You can either pick up some packages from 3 different locations and drop them off at the same location, or pick up 3 different items at the same location and drop them off at 3 different locations. So we're just going to take maybe one of them. Let's allow us to going to do a little bit of trading at the end, because you can see that it's going to take some time to complete a mission. I estimate it's going to take about 30 to 40 minutes to complete a mission, and I am not playing for 4,000 Alpha UEC for 40 minutes. No way. So if we can do a little bit of trading at the same time and make a little bit of extra buck while we are doing this mission too, then that is of course far more advantageous. So we just took one here and we'll be on our way to I think that we are going to Selin, if I'm correct. So that's going to be our very first destination. Here we go. I love, by the way, the new flight mechanics. Looking absolutely, you can definitely feel that immersion of the ship, especially the heavier the ship is, the heavier it does feel. So each ship is really feeling far more unique. And it's funny because I've read in the comments of the past video that some of you have been playing 3.10 PTU and then went back to 3.9.1, and then you guys have been saying that the old flight model feels so boring compared to how it is now. And I haven't been back to 3.9.1, but this is something that I would agree on. I absolutely love that new flight model. So anyway, we are on our way to Selin over here, and I think we have to go to Terra Mills, if I'm correct, one of those outposts over there. and we will be picking up several packages that will be dropping off at various destinations. So so far so good. Nothing really has changed except for, of course, the looks of the moon that has changed once more. I'm gonna make an entire video here about the new looks of the moons here, because there is, of course, a new feature coming up in Star Citizen Alpha 3.10, which is the improved height maps, and those improved height maps dramatically change the looks of those planets and moons, especially as we get closer. I think that I would say that this is the last year, because Chris Roberts did say that there's not going to be a Planetech V4, V5, so this is probably going to be the last iteration of the Planetech, which is great because it means that the devs are going to be able to work on other things instead of improving the Planetech. And it is absolutely breathtaking, especially compared to any other game that we can see out there. Regarding, you know, in the space sim genre. Now, of course, just as I'm saying that, I am going to arrive at my destination at night time, which is not going to allow us to see anything. At least we can see the shadows of the land, or at least we can see the difference between space and the actual land, because we can see space as stars, whereas the land is entirely black. And looks like I'm getting a little bit too fast here. There, I gotta be really watching out for the inertia of the ship. It did say, though, I had a message that tells me to contact the ATC to land, but the ATC is only for land vehicles, so that's good. That means that you don't need to worry about that. Now, where is... Oh, I'm just above it. All right. Well, let's make a very smooth landing at one of the platforms. Looks like there's a pad right here, so we're gonna make ourselves a nice little landing before arriving at the outpost. Little maneuver here, really not easy considering the size of the ship and the fact that it is not very aerodynamic, but it looks like we're gonna make it in one piece, just like that. I hope that you guys enjoyed that landing. I thought that sometimes I do impress even myself, and that was the case obviously here. So let's get out of the ship. You guys know the drill. Come on, open sesame. Why is it not opening? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, well, looks like I wanted to open the door, but somehow I'm getting into the turret, which is obviously not what I wanted to do. To leave the turret, just press Y and you'll be getting down there. All right, I think I was not close enough there. You need to be a little bit closer. Sorry about this. And interestingly, you can see that the... why is it not retracting? Can I have the option? No, I don't have the option to retract it. We'll just leave it like that. That's okay. However, we are going to close the door. I read the comments. I know that you guys have said, Irad, you shouldn't leave the door open. I know, but it's the PTU. It's okay. If I always say, you know, yeah, it's true that in the PTU I'm a little bit more relaxed than in the PU, but... You know, don't worry, guys. I know. So let's get inside that that compound here, and let's make our pickups. So it looks like we've got a pickup here in this box, and there is a package over there on the shelf. I'm afraid that this gentleman over here is not going to be of any use, despite the bartender here being, you know, the benchmark for future NPCs or shopkeepers. These NPCs over here at all of the outposts are pretty much useless. Can I pick this up here? Let's give it a try. And it's taking it up. It looks like I can't. For some reason, it doesn't want to be picked up. Maybe there's an order. Let's give it another try here. Sometimes you have to try several times. If it doesn't work, then I will be writing a report in the issue council. Can I take a pickup here? I want to make a pickup.
I think you're confused.
Yes, I am indeed confused. You are correct. And, well, at least we can pick up this package here of bio waste. I think that this is what it is. Very strange package, a little bit suspicious, if I may say so. All right, well, we're gonna put it back in the ship very quickly, and we will come back. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are at night, and Star Citizen Alpha 3.10 is also including a day and night circle, which is dramatically changing temperatures here. And here the nights on ceiling are very cold, as you can see. It is about minus 126, 24, 22 now degrees Celsius, and I need to hurry up because otherwise I'm not really going to survive for a very long time. And then I didn't know that. I wasn't really prepared. I wish that there could be some kind of weather app, you know, on the mobiGlas. I think that it would really help players to get a little bit better prepared for, you know, these kind of situations. So let's go, let's leave one more time, and let's go back, and let's try to see if we can take some of those boxes. So let's hurry up. But now it's a Erad, why are you jumping? The reason why I'm jumping is because jumping is a little bit faster than running, especially if you are on such a low gravity environment like a little moon, like Selene, for example. Alright, so now that we picked up this package, can we pick up those packages here? I would really appreciate it if it worked. No, it doesn't seem like it is working. So, unfortunately, it appears that I have really... I guess that I have... yeah, they aren't packages anymore, right? Gonna try one more time, perhaps? But I'm afraid that this is definitely bugged. Well, I was not expecting that. This is the very first setback that I'm experiencing here in Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. So you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to cancel this mission, and instead we'll be taking another one. Alright, well, I did take another one here, and you can see I am, again, I think that this is selling here. I gotta pick up some packages at a shelter. It's quite unusual. I don't really often go to shelters. Very interesting. Did you notice that the freelancer is now capable of detecting rocks? This is something that was not that was not in the game before. So I think that this is a Juvine shelter here, and this time we're gonna have 3 packages to pick up at this very shelter. Very tiny area here. I'll try to park as close as I can from the shelter. This should be alright. The ship definitely does feel much jerkier than it was before. I suppose that this was the jerk that that the devs, especially Jared, was talking about in so many of the Inside Star Citizen episodes. Yes, you can see that the turret seat is still down there. Let's open that door, and let's get inside an aid shelter. How many of you guys have ever been inside an aid shelter? I think this is like my 3rd time ever to go inside an aid shelter, so it's quite an event. Interestingly, it seems like, did you see, guys, this belongs to Crusader Industry. Anyway, let's go inside. It's very tiny. It just has 2 bunk beds here and this shelf, and that's pretty much it. Well, that's because it's a shelter, right? This is what shelters are all about, I suppose. And so we're gonna have to put all of these 3 packages inside the ship. Another biohazard package, and the 2 other packages are going to be medical supplies. So medical supplies being in high demand apparently wherever I'm gonna have to do those drop-offs, which by the way are going to be at 3 different locations, which you are going to see in these videos. So well, we'll just drop it here. We don't really need to be so careful when placing them. And I know that you guys are gonna say, Erad, you must close your door. I know, but who on Earth, or on Selene I should say, is ever going to go to to a shelter, right? It doesn't make any sense. So that's why yeah, I think that this is quite a safe location. At some point, you know, you gotta have to rely on common sense a little bit. If I had been at a Jumptown, you know, maybe we'll go to Jumptown later, guys. But if this was Jumptown, of course I would close and seal the ship. But here at a shelter, I think that it is quite okay. It's got still a little bit of medical supplies. By the way, here, interestingly, it's the day here on selling, and the temperature is quite all right. Gotta have we have a minus 48, 45 degrees, so that's nothing that my suit here can't handle, and we'll be going straight away for the last one. We can also see, I like that we can see where the next drop-offs have to be. I like that it's visible because it gives us a very interesting cue as of where we're gonna have to head the ship as soon as we get out of here. All right, we got one more here. Let's pick this one up and we'll bring it back to our ship once more. I wish that it was a little bit automatic here, because pressing those buttons, I know it's there's a lot of immersion out there, but it's a little bit annoying if you have to do it over and over and over again. Sometimes I wish I had some you know, an AI that would assist me in picking up those packages and bringing them into the ship. That would be great to have a little AI assistant. CAG, I hope that you can do this one day. Anyway, all of our packages are now in the ship, and we are going to go in. Remember, guys, this is a delivery mission for 4,000 Alpha UEC. You gotta have to do that triple pickup here at a shelter, which is not a great location, by the way, because shelters don't have any trade terminals. It's impossible to trade anything at shelters, and so as a result, I am pretty much not making much money, apart from the 4,000 Alpha UEC that are going to be made at the end of this mission. So yeah, not very profitable, but luckily some of the other destinations that we'll be going to later will give me the chance to buy some commodities, and we'll probably be selling them at Port Olisar at the end. All right, so it looks like our next destination is going to be on Yela. I think that we have two different drop-offs here on Yela. I think that one of them is another shelter, and one of them is a Benson mining outpost. So here we are. That is the magic of video editing, and yes, our first destination is a shelter once again. So we went from one shelter on selling to another shelter on Yela. And yeah, gotta have to be careful here. I tried to get inside the perimeter this time, because I'm not really high on being a little bit too far from the shelter, especially given that those temperatures can be pretty low sometimes. Well, actually, I don't think it's going to be too bad, because this is not the night, but if you are doing this at night, you really want to be landing as close as possible from the actual door, because, well, you don't want to be affected by the cold temperatures. Now we're gonna see here how cold it's going to be on Yela during the day. I suppose it's gonna be in the minus 50s perhaps. We're gonna see, oh, it's dropping quite a bit. Oh, it's actually very cold here, minus oh, it's below minus 100, minus 101, with a life expectancy of over 20 minutes. I am glad that I parked the ship that close. All right, let's just drop it off here, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna have to do it two more times. So up and let's hurry up very quickly inside the ship, and then we'll be taking off to go to, I think that our next destination is Benson mining outpost. And yes, I left the door open once more, because I don't really care if anyone is coming here, because no, I mean, who is going to go to a shelter with hostile intentions? Seriously, gotta have to think about it. Anyway, we are done here, and engines are on. We will be good to go. I absolutely love how you have to really launch the ship and give the ship full power in order to really have a good velocity, and then thrust the ship into altitude that are going to be high enough to then be able to leave quantum, to then be able to leave the moon and go into quantum drive. Very nicely done, I think. So our next destination here, Benson mining outpost, will be there in no time. Alright, so what I do is, as you can see, I try to take an angle of about 60 degrees, and then I should be high enough very quickly, so that then I can use quantum drive and go to my next destination if I go from moon to moon, which is the purpose of this trip here, obviously. Again, one more time, I am in all with the beauty of the new graphics here brought to us by the new height maps, one of the features of Star Citizen Alpha 3.10. And so there it is, Benson Mining Outpost, located in a plain here between two different mountains. It is a very different Benson Mining Outpost that we used to know. For those of you who have been playing since the days of Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, you guys remember that Benson Mining Outpost used to be located inside a crater, which was really not easy if you had a big ship and you wanted to trade over there. Now Benson Mining Outpost is just in the middle of a plain here. You're gonna have to be mindful of some of the rocks that are surrounding the outpost, but apart from that you don't really have any major difficulty if you want to land here and do any trade. So that's the good news, I would say, if you are a trader and you want to be buying some of the minerals that are available here. So I think that's which one is it here? It's gonna be this one. So we're gonna pick this box up and we'll bring it at Benson Mining. Now I could normally, guys, here's what I would normally do. Benson Mining Outpost features some interesting metals and minerals. Normally I would buy commodities here and then sell everything at Port Olisar to have, to make a little bit more money compared to these mere 4,000 Alpha UEC. That makes sense. But the thing is that, I am not entirely familiar with the new flight models. I don't know if the game is stable enough. Is this going to be 30k errors? I don't know if I'm going to quantum travel and through a planet and as a result crash through it, or I don't know if the ship is going to go out of control. These are things that I've seen in the past and that can happen again eventually. So that's why I decided not to buy anything, but eventually, if you feel comfortable enough with the state of the game right now, then this is something that you should do. You should always buy where you think that you are going to make the most profit, because as you could see, my next destination is going to be Bountiful Harvest on Daymar. And Bountiful Harvest, I think that Bountiful Harvest's most expensive commodity is distilled spirits, which is not going to give me a fantastic margin, unfortunately. So let's get out of here. Let's close the door and we'll be on our way to Daymar. Yeah, I know that there's also a ladder that could get me there. I don't know if climbing the ladder is quicker than going through the back door, to be honest. Anyway, engines on, and we are once more good to go, and we'll be going all our way to them. I absolutely love the new sensations. You see how the ship was drifting a little bit on the side as I was turning. I really felt like I was. I wish that I could have seen myself from the floor and I wish that I had a look at that takeoff. Must have been quite. I mean, it definitely felt epic as I was taking the ship off. But yeah, sometimes it's just good to look at other people doing their own thing. That's also one of the reasons why Star Citizen is so epic, in my opinion. All right, we are now at Daymar with a beautiful sun here, and Daymar also, thanks to the new height maps, looks completely different than what it used to. Sure, you still have some of those canyons and those plains, but look at those dunes that you now see on the moon as well. This makes me think of the actual movie Dune. It's kind of a mix of Dune, Tatooine, Mars at the same time. Daymar is, in my opinion, definitely one of my favorite locations here in Star Citizen. And so here we go, a Bountiful Harvest located inside that little, not really a crater, right? Just little basin, maybe. Let's call it that way. And let's try to see where it could be landing. You always have those agroponics here outside of the farm. It's always a complicated landing here outside of Bountiful Harvest, so we'll be landing here in front of those little mini domes where vegetables are growing, and we'll be doing our last package here. All right, so again, a package of medical supplies. Let's carry this one. All right, and open the door. And so, yeah, this is going to be our very last delivery. We can also see Crusader, which is always a good thing, guys, when you want to be looking for Crusader, because, of course, where you can see Crusader, you know that this is where Port Olisar is going to be. So every time you are on Daymar, especially Daymar, is always a little bit tricky, because when you are on Daymar, you know, when you are Daymar is always facing Crusader with its dark side. So that means that when it's a day on Daymar, chances are that you're not going to see Crusader, and if you do, you are very lucky. So that's why I consider myself very lucky here, and I'm gonna have to remember where it was. So there you go. There is our very last drop-off. And it took me about 40 minutes. Yeah, sure, here it looks like it's been 25 minutes because of the editing of this video, but the reality is that everything has taken me about 40 minutes. And I am not working for 4000 alpha UEC for 40 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to buy stuff here, and we have a 60 SU of cargo capacity. We can buy some distilled spirits for 26,000 alpha UEC, 27,000 alpha UEC. If you want to be, if you want to have a round number, it's closer to 27 than 26. And so what we are going to do, since we're done, we are going to go, of course, to Port Olisar, which I would say is the most convenient place to sell those distilled spirits. Maybe it's not the most profitable, but it's the closest. And, you know, you don't need to ask for landing, you're not going to hangars, you're not going to take elevators. So it definitely is a, in my opinion, because at the same time, you know, you have to remember that time is money. So it definitely is the most convenient. Now, interestingly, I was wondering, where is my cargo? And it looks like we still have the no cargo appearing bug, at least in the freelancer. Some cargo was only in one particular area of the ship, but was not appearing anywhere else. So that's pretty much it for this mission, at least the lawful mission, but stay tuned here because we are going to have an unlawful mission right after. Normally I would have split that into 2 videos, but decided to exceptionally make a much longer video indeed. So this whole video is going to last for about an hour, guys. So yeah, don't be surprised. Of course, I can't see Crusader anymore, so I'll have to look for an orbital marker, maybe. There's an orbital marker here. I think that if I go to the orbital marker, I'll be able to jump straight to Port Olisar. And you can see here, even though I'm already technically out in space, there's still some interference with the high atmosphere of the moon, and it's really making the ship difficult to find its balance and stability. Eventually able to make it, and here we go, jumping into Compton Drive and the magic of video editing, arriving straight to Port Olisar, of course, where we're gonna try to make a decoupled landing, guys. Something that I have tried to do for a couple of weeks now. I am still not very good at decouple. I'm pretty sure that my friends Jack Axton, Sigilin will be laughing at me if they see those decoupled landings. But you know, as people say, practice makes perfect, and the more you practice, the better you get. So we're gonna try to make a decouple landing here and look at the ship from third-person view, because I just like to look at ships in the reverse. So to get into the decoupled mode, you gotta press V, and you really have to rely on that vector here, which you can see the indicator of the vector has changed. It's that little X-wing here that you can see, and you're gonna have to really target that little arrow that goes down. This is going to be, of course, the landing pad where we're gonna have to land, and I'm trying to get there right in the middle while keeping my speed at the same time. And as soon as I feel like I'm going to be comfortable with it, then we're gonna keep it that way. So here we go. I think that we are okay here. So I'm turning the ship around to make sure that I am facing the exterior of the station. It doesn't seem to be working for some reason. It's probably because of the new flight model. For some reason, the ship is going back towards its original position. So that's really not what I wanted to do. But is it going to stop on time? Is it going to be a good landing? Let's have a look. Ooh, touching here the strut here. What is it going to say? Landing successful, have a pleasant stay. Alright, well, in the end, I'm not going to get impounded. The ATC decided that it was a successful landing. It is all that matters. Back at Port Olisar, as you can see, and we are right at the admin where we will be selling our distilled spirits. Remember that we bought them for 27,000 Alpha USC. How much are we going to sell them for? Hey, 36.6, that is almost 10,000 Alpha USC. That is actually a pretty good profit here. So we made a little bit less than 14,000 Alpha USC. Of course, if I was a starter in the game, then that would be quite profitable. But as a veteran player, this is well, not very profitable. I would be making far more money by just trading other commodities, but hey, you know, it's still, I suppose that if you don't have capital, it still is something worth your while at the beginning, just to have a cushion that would be big enough to make better, to have better trade opportunities. So that's not all, guys. That's not all. Of course, we are going to do more things today. In this video. This is a video about delivery missions, and so we are going to we're not going to quit the game. We are going to take an unlawful delivery missions that was in the personal tab, a delivery mission worth 6,000 Alpha UC. By the way, did you see that the PI wanted is now worth 8,000 Alpha UC? Pretty insane. Pretty insane. Checking the other unlawful missions here. Delivery mission is pretty good enough in my opinion here. So what we have to do, we have to pick up a parcel, take it to another place, wait until it is processed, take it to another place, wait until it is processed, and then we're gonna have to make a drop off at Grimex. You know what, guys? This is also going to be a good opportunity to see if Grimex is still a better place when it comes to selling less than legal commodities. For example, Widow, because well, it has not been very optimal in 3.8 and 3.9. People have been waiting for hours or days to be able to get rid of their shipments. So I'm going to see also how long, or at least I'm going to try to estimate how long it's going to take to sell a full shipment of Widow. Not in a big ship, of course. Today I will be flying an Avenger because I think that when you're doing these kind of missions, you want to have a fast ship. And the Avenger is a quick ship that is capable to fight. You can defend yourself if you have to with an Avenger, but you can also flee. At least with the old flight model, it was something that was possible. Whenever you are being interdicted, you could try to hit the boost as much as possible and avoid the police. Is this something that we're gonna have to do? We will see. Only time will tell. So there it is, that Avenger. Great little ship. Has also a little bit of cargo. Just enough, no, not too much. That is going to be enough to carry 8 SCU of Widow. Alright, let's get into our pilot seats here. Always good to have the Avenger is one of my favorite ships. I've been flying it quite a bit when I was doing some side missions or tests or delivery missions. I used to have a Pisces, which was kindly donated by Dark Sparrow, and I actually upgraded the Pisces to an Avenger simply because, as much as I love the Pisces, the Avenger also has a very low, requires very little space when you are landing at Outpost, and at the same time it has better fighting capabilities as well. So it is a ship that is a little bit more useful than the Pisces, which is very specialized in my opinion. The bad thing about the Avenger, of course, is that you can't really land it inside a carrack. So first things first, our first destination is going to be Bountiful Harvest at Daymar. So well, we're going back. This is not news. This is something that you have already seen in today's video, and you can see here that going into constant travel with the Avenger is that it takes a little bit of time. I had to I basically had to skip the quantum travel times because it definitely took too long. And so, well, it wasn't too long, so it looks like, I don't know if this was the morning or the evening. I think that this is the sun that is rising here. Interestingly, just like with the Freelancer, the Avenger is now capable of detecting minerals, as you can see. So I don't know why. I think that they are removing an exclusive ability that made the Prospector interesting. Now every ship seems to be able to be detecting minables. I would like to know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Anyway, looks like we've got another ship here. I hate how those ships are being highlighted, by the way, in the verse. This is I like to see, you know, when I look through windows at other cars, you know, into real life, they are not highlighted by some kind of HUD, and I really want to find a way to disable that. This is not looking good, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I've seen it in the comments that some of you like it, and that's good for you. That's good if you like it. I personally don't like it. I want it to be disabled. I want to have the option to have it disabled. And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't really had the time to look into it. I know that we can disable the ribbon, but can we also disable how the ships are highlighted? Well, if you guys know, please tell me in the comments down below. Anyway, this gentleman over there in his cutlass was leaving the station, and I am arriving the station to pick up a very special package. I'm going to pick up some DSCR2, that's what it's called, probably some chemicals here. Oh, it looks like there's two of them. Interesting. Well, I can only pick up one. Interesting that you cannot pick the other one. There you go. Hey, what's up? Obviously, that other package was for that gentleman here. Very interesting. In the past, you know, you could troll other people and take their packages, and of course, it would ruin their missions. Now you can't do that anymore, which I think is a good and a bad thing at the same time, because it removes the whole limitless experience. By the way, oh my goodness, his ship is open. His ship is open. I could be I could be a troll and get into his ship and then eventually ransom him, but it's the PTU, and that's not the purpose of this video. In this video, we are going to do other things. We've got a job to do for you guys. Let's open the door. Come on, come on, come on, and we'll just drop it. Yeah, just like that. Boom. All right, close. Close, and to be a little bit closer perhaps. Okay, well, it should be okay. I was afraid that the box here would interfere or at least prevent the door from closing. It's not the case. So let's sit in the pilot seat once more and let's get out of here. Our next destination, if I am correct, is Jumptown. First time in a long time I'm going to Jumptown, so well, let's go. Yeah, we can see over there the moon of... are we going to Jumptown now, or are we going to... yeah, this is Jumptown. I was wondering. I'm a little bit too low to engage in content travel, so gonna have to wait until I'm about 2 kilometers above the surface, and as soon as we are above 2 kilometers, the quantum drive is able to engage, and that is how we are going to get to Yela. As you can see, once more, it's pretty unstable here. There's a lot of interference between the ship and the high atmosphere, so you really have to find the right balance before finally being able to engage into quantum drive. This size 1 quantum drive makes it so slow for the ship to engage. Eventually we make it, right? There we go. And we are going to Yela indeed, and it's a long trip. For those of you who were wondering, Erad, why are you not showing the atmospherical effect? That is simply because the atmosphere here on Yela is too tiny. There are no effects here. It doesn't show anything, so that's why I thought that it was simply not worth showing anything here. Yeah, the other thing, when you are going to those unlawful places like Jumptown, or later we are going to go to the junkyard here, Brio's junkyard on Daymar, you don't have any direct access from space. You have to do manual flying all the way to those outposts, and you know, at the same time, yeah, it's annoying, it takes a long time, but it also allows you to enjoy the beautiful sceneries of Star Citizen. It looks like Jumptown once more is located between mountains, but obviously the landmarks are not quite the same as what they used to be in the past. So in the past it was easy to find Jumptown because you had some kind of seas of ice between mountains, and people were able to use landmarks. All of these videos about where Jumptown was located in previous iterations of Star Citizen are unfortunately pretty much void. Jumptown located on the other side of that little hill. We're gonna make a little maneuver just for you guys. Hope that you enjoyed the flying, and we'll be landing. Let's see how we're gonna be landing. It's the first time I get there in a while. Things have definitely changed compared to how it was. We are going to land, you know what, we're going to land just in front of the stairs. Oh, well, that was a little bit bumpy, but eventually an acceptable landing, I suppose. Another happy landing, as Obi-Wan Kenobi would say in Star Wars. Alright, open the door and carry this. Now, here, of course, this is Jumptown. You never know, right? Some people are a little bit nostalgic of the old Jumptown wars, so I'll just close the door. Obviously, here I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. Alright, open sesame. And where are we going to drop this one? This time we're going to have to turn right. Okay, into, well, straight into the lab. You know what's missing here? What's missing are actual NPCs working in the lab. We know that one day it's going to be a thing, but right now those labs really do feel a little bit empty. They are very creepy for sure, with all those graffitis and microtech tools. Oh, some of those drug dealers really are using fancy equipment, I suppose. And what can we do in the meantime? Interestingly, you see that I did drop off my package, and pretty much nothing is happening. So that is a little bit awkward. It's like, you know, what am I doing? And I've also got, you have left the channel, Avenger, the Eradicator. I was like, oh no. At some point, you know, I even typed in the chat, hey guys, is there a 30k error? Because nothing was happening. And this got me to freak out a little bit. So I was asking here in the chat, you know, no 30Ks, right? Hey guys, a 30K. And sometimes, you know, it's useful to check out the chat, because when there's a 30K or something like that, people are usually complaining. So here we go. I was afraid that I had been disconnected from the chat, but it looks like you have to wait about 1 minute, and then finally another package is magically ready for you. So there we go. We got a package of uncut slam, and since we're here, we are also going to buy stuff here. So the Avenger is available, and we are going to buy Widow. Let's see if buying Widow is useful or not. We're going to buy 8 SCU of Widow for 80,000 Alpha UEC. Alright, well, we are done. So let's go back to the ship. For 80,000 Alpha UEC, I'm gonna have to check later when we are at Grimex how much the entire cargo hull is going to be worth. Because, you know, if it's just worth like 20%, then of course no one should ever do that. And oh no, guys, we have a problem here, because it looks like I can't have access. I don't have access to my cargo hold anymore. So if I don't have access to my cargo hold anymore, how can I get rid of my box? Oh, that's going to be quite a puzzle. Gonna have to think a little bit here. Can I just drop the box on the ramp and then close the door? I mean, it would work, right? It's probably gonna damage the box itself, but let's see if this is something that works eventually. No, there's no option to close the door. Very interesting. Well, the door was eventually closing with myself inside. Well, that's not really something that we want. Alright, let's reopen the door, and the box is falling through the door. Notice how impressive the physics of the game are, by the way. Now, this is something that worries me a little bit, because you can see that the temperature is really, really low now. We are at minus 141 degrees Celsius, and I have a little bit over 13 minutes to survive. So, a little bit dreadful here. Can I only have the option to close the door. What if I close the door? Is it gonna work? Eventually, I can close the door. Okay, so this is going to help me survive, but I can't go on top of those boxes. Now, can I place this on top of the boxes? No, I can't. It's gotta be possible. The height is not that high. Let's carry this again. This has gotta be the solution, guys. This has gotta be the solution. So let's place this one more, and if we try a little bit further... Ah, it's falling again. But I think it's possible. We're gonna try to push it a little bit more. Alright, let's carry it again. And let's place it further up here. Hey, it's working. Alright, well, we found the solution. Now we need to get out of here. How? Because I'm located on top of that door here. There you go, open the door. Alright. Well, that was it. That was it. That was a little bit scary, of course. But enough. Can I close the door now? Can I close the door, please? Alright, let's close the door. Alright, wonderful. And I suppose that from here we'll be back into the ship. Alright, now the good thing about the Avenger is, of course, it looks like I'm climbing from an imaginary ladder. Well, that was a weird bug. That was definitely a weird bug. Climbing from an imaginary ladder and getting... Hey, I think that there was another bug here. Gonna have to exit the ship, not the ship, but exit the sit, and get back into the sit once more. Okay, this time it's working. Good. And so from here, well, we're just gonna be able to take off, right? There we go, let's take off. And we're gonna have to go back to Daymar, as you can see. So let's just get out of here, and let's get into Quantum Drive. Gonna have to retract those landing gears, I always forget to do so. And we're gonna engage in 3, 2, 1, here we go. I was letting you enjoy the beauty of leaving Yela, and now we are, as you can see, entering the atmosphere of Daymar, because of course this is going to be once more a manual arrival, I suppose, or a manual approach. And Daymar's atmosphere is not that thick, and the entry effects, as you can see, are not that impressive. But at least they are here. At least the atmospheric, the atmospherical entry effects are back, and I suppose that it brought some kind of novelty here to the game. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am of course editing the whole approach here, because it took me about 6 minutes from from arriving at Daymar's orbit all the way to my destination, which is here, Breyo's junkyard, and that's where we will be delivering our uncut slam, and it is going to magically become some real slam that the people at Grimex will be more than delighted to consume. So the facility is located at the center of the mess, I suppose, and it's got quite very remote feel here, very, very Tatooine-like feel. Well, that seems like a decent landing. That's another reason why I like the Avenger. As mentioned before, the Avenger is not a big ship, and this allows for landings that I could maybe not even do with a Cutlass, for example. Now, yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I can't go to the cargo hole and leave from the ramp, so I'm gonna have to go back to the ship here, to the seat. I keep calling the seat the ship, and see if I can exit. Yeah, there you go, exit ship. So we're gonna open the canopy and exit from here. This time I'm really taking the ladder, no bug, good. And let's open the back door and see if we can easily pick up our package. I can select it here. Well, that looks to be much easier. Alright, now let's open the door. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The door doesn't want to open? Yeah, the door doesn't want to open. I'm not going to drop... Okay, well, let's drop this and let's open the door. It's interesting, we're discovering how this works here with an Avenger, guys. For those of you who are watching the entirety... Oh, okay, for some reason I managed to get on top of the ship, for example. I teleported outside of the ship. Is it gonna work? Yeah, gravity is pulling down the package and it is coming straight to me. Okay, well, sometimes, you know, luck does things quite alright, I suppose. Okay, let's close this. This is still a shady location, so we definitely want this to be closed. Well, you know what? Let's not close it because... So, gonna have to drop off the slam here. You can tell it's a shady location because, well, the screen here kind of looks like it is hacked or something. Let's place it, and then we will be waiting for that slam Uncasite to become real slam. Can I sell the Widow? Let's have a look at the Avenger Titan. No, no questions asked, but no Widow taken at the same time. Unfortunate, unfortunate. So we're gonna keep that Widow. Can I close the door? There you go. Yeah, I was feeling very uncomfortable with that door open. Now I'm feeling much better. So yeah, well, there's not much to do while we are waiting. You can also see that the temperature is really hot out there. Temperature outside is 90 degrees. Obviously, that's because the tiny atmosphere of Daymar is not protecting much from the rays of the sun, and probably the sand is also absorbing quite a lot of heat as well. Well, looks like we've got our slam available, so we'll go back to the first level and see wherever I think it's gonna be at the same drop box. Yeah. We gotta pick it up at the same drop box. So here we go, making a pickup here, and let's pick that box. It's an envelope. All right, that's very tiny. Okay, very cool, very cool. I hope that it's gonna be easy to just... I've never done that before, guys, so I hope that it's gonna be... I really wonder if I can take it with me to the cockpit, because I don't want to go through what I did here once more. All right, let's go in. Can I place it on top? Let's see what I can do. Where is it here? There we go. Oh man, I click on stow. So it's gonna be in my inventory, right? If I click on stow, I suppose that it's gonna be in my inventory. I've never done that before, guys. Oh, my inventory is empty. Oh no, oh no. I hope that it's not bugged. It shouldn't be empty. The slam should be showing. Can I see it around my armor? No, it's not visible as well. Well, I got a bad feeling about this. got a bad feeling about this. Let's have a look at the accepted contracts. It does tell me to deliver the slam to Grimex. So, well, you know what? We're gonna go to Grimex anyway. You know, maybe everything is proceeding as planned. So I don't really know. Discovering that with you guys, so that's why you are watching these videos, so that when eventually you are going to do this by yourself, you will know exactly what to do. So, well, here goes nothing, I suppose, right? So let's take off and get straight to Grimex. Man, I absolutely love how the ships do feel now when we are flying in atmosphere. The devs absolutely nailed this. Looks like Yela is inside the atmosphere. Gonna have to get out of the atmosphere, get a little bit higher in altitude. All right, now the quantum drive is going to allow me to get to Yela. So let's get there as quickly as possible. Let's stabilize my position, and as soon as it is stabilized, we'll be out. All right, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Always takes a long time to engage quantum travel and eventually get into a QT. Come on, come on, come on. All right. For the purpose of this video, of course, I skipped all of that time I was traveling around Yela because, yeah, it's really annoying. So let's hail the landing services, and you're going to see, so they have a landing pad aside, but as you can see, we have the Grimex landing pads dead ahead. And the Grimex landing pads are not in use anymore. We are going to have to go to hangars. So don't get fooled, guys. The landing pads at Grimex are obsolete. Now, if you want to go to Grimex, you are going to have to go into a hangar. I don't know why we can't go to the landing pads. My guess is that the landing pads will be used for racing, but this is just a supposition. It looks like a freelancer is also going to land. So the hangars, you can see you have a series of 13 hangars. It's quite a lot of hangars. They're all together, and looks like if you have a small ships, the small hangars are located on the top here. So I'm gonna have to make a small approach, not small but a slow approach, because I am still not entirely confident of how the ships react, especially in a small confined environment like a hangar. So let's go in there, and maybe we can turn the ship around. I think that we can turn the ship around. Alright, well that was a decent landing.
Launch complete.
Alright, landing complete. I suppose that we're going to see also the doors of the hangar close down. Let's exit the ship from here. There you go. Yeah, Grimex looking pretty fancy indeed, compared to how it was before. Got some interesting green goo on the ground. I'm still asking people here in the chat, and this is also something that you always should do. There are always nice and kind people who are willing to help. And here I'm asking people, you know, some specialists, because obviously, as you can tell, I am not a specialist. Does anyone know how to unstow a drug package? And Joe Cano here, Joe Cano was kind enough to tell me that it is the 6 key. So I'm pressing 6, and apparently if I press 6, this is going to unstow, and I'm going to have the package in my hand. So let's have a quick look here, and yes, I definitely have the package in my hand here. So it wasn't in inventory, but I think that it was somehow stowed inside inside the armor, which is why I still have it. So big thanks here to Joe Cano here. Thank you very much, and Joe Cano, you are indeed featured in today's video. Alright, just thanking him in the chat. And we're gonna have to go to the elevators. The elevators which are located here. I gotta have to go for Grimex. Grimex has indeed changed quite a bit. Definitely has been modified compared to how it was. Alright, there's the elevator right here. And let's go to the main course. I've never done this before, guys, so really what I'm doing here is for the purpose of testing this for you. I'm a little bit disappointed that I haven't seen any interdictions. Hello, good sir. No interdictions so far. Well, it looks like our drop-off is located at the bar. Oh yeah, it really is at... It's in the trash can. Well, how appropriate. This is exactly where drugs should go, in the trash can. Amazing. Amazing. There we go. Contract complete. And we've been awarded 6,000 alpha USC plus bonus. I don't know which bonuses. Another thing that you should do at Grimex is to buy some crypto keys. Now you can see the price of the crypto keys are much lower than what they used to be. In the past, the most expensive crypto key, the Reauthorizer, used to cost 8,000 alpha UEC. Now you can get one for no, it was not. It was 4,000 alpha UEC. Sorry, and now it's only 400 alpha UEC. So the price of crypto keys has been divided by 10, which I think is great because most people who were getting crime stats were noobs who didn't really have much money. So let's see if we can sell that Widow here. Let's have a look at the ship. Cargo value 103 alpha UEC only. That means I'm making a 20% profit for my Widow, and at the same time I can sell only a few units. So guys, here is our answer. Don't sell Widow. It's a waste of time in 3.10. Once again, a shame, a shame. It's not tomorrow that we're gonna see the Jumptown wars once more. And that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Now you know everything about the new delivery missions in Star Citizen Alpha 3.10. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Star Citizen content. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.